Howdy, howdy, and how do you do? And welcome back to some Peglin. Yes, some reason the name slipped my mind. I have no idea why, but it did. We'll actually do the ballad in this time with a little bit of refresh. One extra refresh can go a long way. So we'll see how well we do that way. I think it's pretty good. Pretty good scenario. So I was a fully remote employee for the longest time, and our company, while I was gallivanting around the world with my wife, or the United States, as she was a travel nurse. I needed fully remote, so I was fully remote at the time, and my position, whenever I was hired on, was fully remote. It's always been fully remote, and technically I'm currently still fully remote, but the company I work for got bought out by another company that is very anti remote work or even hybrid work. So they're forcing everyone to come into the office and whatnot. It doesn't matter. We're done traveling. We kind of settled back down. And so it is what it is. I will accept coming back into the office just like the next person. But I was kind of pleased with going away from whenever I took this position. It was actually not in the same spot that I was sitting in before at the office. So before I was fully remote, I did work in the office for a little bit just so that I can build relationships. So it's not a completely, my whole work life isn't completely remote based. And so everyone only knows me as remote. They kind of put a face to the name, could have officially met me at the very least. And so that was my plan, and it worked very well. I know a bunch of people and whatnot. I should have probably thrown that horror ball so that I can at least trigger another bomb. Because triggering bombs are kind of a necessity against us, especially with these bats. Well, actually that paid off quite well. And that paid off pretty decent. Can we do that again? 14. You survive with 5 HP. That's fine. Yeah, we lost quite a bit of health in this fight, but that's fine. I'm not too worried about it. So I worked up there before, and there was one person on that floor that just screamed as he talked, and he had zero couth around it. He would talk about anything and everything. And so it was extremely awkward because I'm a very personable person, as you could probably tell by me just talking in here. I'm a personable person. I will talk to you if you talk to me, and treat me well, I'll treat you well, you know? And so this guy, I always gave him the time of day because I don't know, maybe it's a flaw of mine that I'll talk to anyone. If they want to talk, I'll sit there and listen, I suppose. And this guy with zero couth talks about anything. He was an ex-police officer, so everything's on the table whenever you're talking to him, in his eyes at least. So he'll say and talk about everything under the sun, and thinks salary should be mentioned. And I don't know, it was, oh, when you are attacked, the attacker receives damage equal to 5 times. Okay, maybe we need to start looking for some bulwark gaining orbs. I don't think we've seen any though. But whenever I took this new position, I was no longer on the team that was up there on that floor. And so I was kind of excited because that means I got to move away from him and didn't really have to be associated necessarily with him. Now, I still stay cordial with him and everything. I still talk to him on a regular cadence just to check in and everything, as I think most people should do on others. And some people don't do it quite as often as we probably should. But whenever this return to office came, so did a bunch of people leaving the company, and so was a few layoffs took place as well. So it honestly kind of was no bueno in the sense, because my boss's boss, one of the people that hired me, pulled me onto their team. They were let go. which was unfortunate. I really liked him, and he was very good for the company, but I guess getting paid too much for the company to see the value. I don't know. I'm not the decision maker there. I'm just a person, just an individual in the company. Want a ball lightning? Our final boss here. You do want ball lightning here? I like ball lightning's pretty fair with this guy. Final boss fight, but I don't know. We don't want the shop because we can't afford anything at the shop. So as soon as they left, I actually they moved my team. We're a team of 2, essentially, my boss and I. They moved us to a new department. And this new department, guess where our beautiful seating arrangement is? It's back on that floor with that one dude. So, who knows when that's supposed to go into effect? It was supposed to go into effect today. Like, we're supposed to officially get moved into our new spots today. They're probably doing it after work hours, the more that I thought about it. I should have targeted someone else. So, I'm not the most thrilled with that. And I even forewarned my boss. I'm like, since you are associated with me, I don't think you're going to be off limits of getting you are not off limits from being a target of discussion. And so I gave that fair warning out there. Now it's all up in arms or it's all in the air. We'll find out whenever I go into work tomorrow. We'll see if, 1, we'll see if they move my desk, and 2, we'll see if I get the discussions again with our boy. I'm sure I will. Which I'm not the most. The other issue since I left, and another little detail that I think is pretty important probably to the overall discussion here, is our COO of the company is sitting up in that area too. So it's not only the fact that I'm up there. I don't think you're gonna do 124 damage here, but you did enough to where you can probably do 42 damage. Perfect. So every time this guy's sitting up there yelling towards me, I just know the COO is going to be listening too. He's going to hear everything, and I'm going to be associated when our bulwark is getting increased amount by 2. Okay, I'll increase the amount by 2. Maybe it's a little late for that. We kind of took a lot of damage from that fight, so kind of in a sticky situation here. After losing health, self-damage, gain bulwarks. I don't care. Either one of the 2 on the right. Probably the ingot would have been better. I know the weighted thing would have been pretty good for us, but all actuality, I think I want to just target the boss. Hit the boss as much as we can while we can. And then we go ahead and throw you on out. Yeah. We throw you. Nope. Then we throw you here. Yes, get some bulwark going. Decent amount of bulwark, enough damage. We got some pierce here that could possibly hit this. Oh, no, you're supposed to hit the oh, you hit a refresh. Good. And that's pierce. We go through that, which is great for us. That's only doing 10 damage to the boss. Oh, you're so close to taking that out. Imagine if you took that out. That would have been. Oh, you still took 2 of them out. All straight into that front guy there. Oh, yes. Take another one out. Take another one with you. Beautiful. I think we still lose here. But honestly, I'm not the most disappointed with our performance here. Could we have done better? Possibly. Could we have done worse? Definitely. Okay, well, we did less than 600 damage. We did less than 600 damage to the enemy, but it is what it is. We needed more damage, I suppose, to get through that, because we can't let that fight go on too long. Because if the fight reduces self-damage, reducing self-damage opens up the door a little bit more on some self-damage that gives us Must Circle, which isn't opposed. I'm not opposed. I just don't like bats, you know? I'd say bats are the bane of my existence. I think I'd rather trigger both of these bombs, get rid of the bats, trigger the other one. We'll hit this bomb, and then we will then start collecting money. Boom. Now we need to collect 10 gold here. Ah, now we need to collect 4 gold. 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, we did collect. I don't want red bombs. If we had bulwark, honestly, red bombs aren't bad for us if we had bulwark. Let me take a sip of my milk. Now that is some good milk. Deal 150 damage to all enemies when thrown, but also deal 5 self-damage. Is this only self-damage from orbs? So does that count for red bombs? I doubt it. Let's try it. I think if we do this with a little bit of bulwark, we might have a shot here. Do this with a little bit of bulwark. And then we want super boots. We need super boots, super boots, super boots, super boots, but no. That's fine. It's fine. I was thinking about it. I did debate it. For a second, I debated it. But no, we're not going to do it. We're trying this red bomb build. We're not going to give up on it just like that. We're not quitters on it. Is it good to throw you out? Honestly, I think it's good to throw you. You're not going to do damage, but you're going to collect a lot of money for us. And we're going to rely on the bombs anyway to do damage. Like, boom. Then we can really just throw you on out there and be 24 damage. Do we even want to throw a red bomb? I think we do want to throw one red bomb out. If we trigger that red bomb, it will actually end the fight. We don't want to trigger both the red bombs. Honestly, we don't even need to trigger the bombs. Bulwark? Must Circle and Bulwark? I think so. 1 Must Circle and 2 Bulwark, up to 6 Bulwark gained from that. That's essentially 1 red bomb. Delete. 150 damage plus 5 self-damage. We don't really want to take the self-damage per se. Beautiful. You know, I couldn't have dreamed that to be any better there. Now what we want to do is throw you. That will be 5 Bulwark, but order of operations, well, shoot. Order of operations say you get triggered first. We need to do at least 7 damage. And you will at least do 7 damage here. Boom, boom. I mean, that was pretty nice. Now gain Must Circle and you enemies. I just don't think I want to give the enemies Must Circle. You doing 4 now is good. Every 3 times the board is refreshed, we get Must Circle. Okay. Not bad, not bad. We don't care about the shop. Nothing in the shop that we... Round guard is good, I suppose. It's not great, but not... Actually, I'd say it's pretty good. Can't afford anything nonetheless. An extra refresh would be big with the build that we have going. More bulwark, more bulwark, more bulwark is what we need. Maybe I need to take the fights over what we're doing here. When applying positive status effect to yourself, increase the amount applied by 1. That is great. Bulwark is now 8 every time we start. It's actually 9 every time we start. Why is it 9 now? Isn't it usually 7? Is that a 9? It's a 9. Interesting. I don't know. I'm not going to argue it too much. It is what it is. It's what they gave us. But we're in a fight that's going to do damage to us every single round. That's kind of sad. I honestly think I want to do you here. That was a bad choice. I take it back. I did not want to do you there. Big bomb hits. We don't need to trigger another red bomb. Beautiful. And then we'll just gain Mustercle. And we will target you. Beautiful. Beautiful. I do like the Collector Magnet. I think we got to do that. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe we should have upgraded the other one, so then it would have been nullifying at least one red bomb. Do again. $240 there? An 18. Beautiful. No self-damage either. Rest orb's not bad. That's more bulwark. That's a lot of bulwark. That is a lot of bulwark, honestly. The more that I think about it, if we add a bunch of shields, we're not going to be doing much damage, but we have the red bombs for damage. Oh, look at that. 15, 22 bulwark now. I didn't think I needed to throw you, but that's fine. I ate Mustercle because it's the refreshes. Oh my goodness, we might be on to something here, ladies and gentlemen. Our replenish orb is not. So what's good about the replenish orb there is that the replenish orb is going to add more refreshes. More refreshes equal more bulwark. Boom. Hit the crit for no apparent reason. We did not need the crit. Flag there. Oh, wowzers. We'll just go ahead and hit that refresh because it was in a terrible spot. I don't want to throw you out here and see what you... Oh, you couldn't muster up anything? Don't need you here. I don't think we need you either. Fuck, Lord. Nice music. We're just not gonna have maxed anything. Constricting chains. I was thinking Matryoshka, but constricting chains, I think are... I love constricting chains for one. Except for the idea that we're doing no damage here. That's just for the time being, right? We're about to get a bunch of red bombs, I suppose. Oh yeah, we're making so much red bombs, and that's gonna do a lot of damage to nothing. And we're gonna make a bunch of shields. I think we want to go left for sure. Oh, thank you. We want to go left, and we want to keep going left because there's 2 free relics that direction that we want to target. Avoiding the crit is fantastic for us here. Now that's all going into a shield, which is quite unfortunate, but... I mean, might as well just throw you on out there. It's good. Create a bunch of refreshes, please. And you create a bunch of bulwark, please. And then we don't care about the red bombs. We just care about the shields, because after the shields are there, we get so much more bulwark. Damage-wise, we aren't there, damage-wise. There it is. I think we go ahead and upgrade more. We continue upgrading bulwark. Grade 4 bulwark. Nice amount of damage into a shield. We'll make some shields. Get some bulwark going, hopefully. Get some bulwark going. That was not much bulwark, I have to say. Some red bombs. Beautiful. Upgrade, I suppose. We upgrade you. You on? We gotta go to the right here. Left, I mean. We gotta go to the left. Don't want to go to the right. An extra crit? No, thank you. We don't want an extra crit. Rallying Heart is fine, I suppose. Well, those were not great relics for us. I do have to admit that. I will admit those were not great for us. These are a lot of refreshes that we're building up into our portfolio here. Decent amount of damage as well. A great amount of damage. Decent amount of damage nonetheless. Don't go towards that crit. You went towards the crit. Still decent amount of damage even though we hit the crit. Thank you. That was honestly a lot of damage to us. Add a bunch of shields. Honestly, that wasn't. We added a bunch of shields there, but not a lot of bulwark from those shields. And we'll just add a ton of bulwark here. In theory, we add a bunch of bulwark. Yes. Yes! 66 bulwark. Well, and not even enough damage. Imagine if we didn't have bulwark here. We would have been in a deep doo-doo. I think we need to figure something out here because what we have going on isn't going to be enough. Red bombs, just don't know if we'll do enough damage with red bomb. 150 per red bomb. That was very fortunate for us. That would have been a lot of self-damage. I'm aiming for this refresh here. Beautiful refresh. Get some more bulwark going. I just don't want to throw you here. I don't think we need to throw you. Maybe the red bombs aren't what we need. Ah, not the direction I wanted. Whenever you reload, I don't foresee us reloading often. We have a pretty large deck. Well, that was painful. No! Thank you. Well, this isn't great. I guess it's a basis on how we're going to be doing. Well, that sucks. That's a lot of red bombs we just triggered. And 50, we'll just get here. Beautiful upgrade. I want more orbs. They're good. Popping corn? I think popping corn's good. Quite honestly, I think popping corn will be fine. I'll offer 2 pebbles for sure. Get those out of our deck. Well, our deck's a whole lot smaller now. We start with you. If you hit that refresh there, it would have been a whole lot cooler of you. Not necessarily where I wanted you to go. Definitely flinched there at the end. Oh, wow. We'll do enough to get us through the red bombs, but not your shot. Anything but that crit. Beautiful. Oh, ho, ho. You on? Every even shot activates pegs additional time, but becomes dense. Every shot. So let's think about this. Every shot, is that like constrict a ball? I mean, Restricting chains. For every orb, there will be 2 additional copies into the pegboard. So it's not 2 additional shots. Correct? Correct or not correct? Is that how it works or is that not how it works? I would love to know before I grab it. Shots get -2, -2, -3. That makes you a 0, 0. Makes you a 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Everything is 0, 0 at that point. I just don't think you're worth it. We'll do that. Because we get Spinfection thrown on us during this act. We start with Confusion, which ultimately is fine for us, because we can only shoot in 4 directions as it is. Okay, well, I guess the issue is that refresh. Yeah, there it goes. I think we might lose this fight solely off the idea that we can't do any damage. Oh, that was a lot of damage. Hello, big boy. You're supposed to hit that refresh. Oh, that sucks. First fight of the 3rd act, we lose. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in. We had a shot there. We did. We truly did. But, nope. Turns out no. All right. Well, thank you. And I look forward to talking with you all later. Bye-bye.